the video, subscribe to the channel, Burn It Down with Kim Brown, BIDWKB, around the internet, and at our cash links to support us. Search BIDWKB, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Patreon.com/BIDWKB. Thank you so much to all the patrons. Guys, my next story regarding the Grammys has to do with the arrest of Killer Mike. So before I even get into the arrest, let me lead off with the positive, okay? Because there's a lot of petty coming. So let me start off this joint like an adult. We want to congratulate Killer Mike as a platform. Killer Mike as an artist, as a rapper, for sweeping the rap categories, if I'm not mistaken. He got what rap record of the year, album of the best rap album, best rap performance. He won 3 Grammys. Can't recall when or if that has happened before, maybe never. So, and that is quite an achievement, I guess, if you're looking for white folks' approval. If you're looking for recognition for the whites, oh, well, there you go. He's got that. But fuck all that shit. Even more importantly than the Grammys that he won, Killer Mike received the news that his 21-year-old son, Pony Boy, was the recipient of a new kidney. This young man had some kidney issues and just received a kidney transplant. And I want to send congratulations to Killer Mike and his family for that tremendous blessing, right? I have a relative right now who has been doing kidney dialysis for 9 years. We had a close family friend who had 2 kidney transplants. And of course, you guys know, as part of our community, our good sister Jacqueline Lukman from Darker Than Blue on WPFW.org and our remix sistren just got a new kidney her damn self, right? So we understand the importance of good health and making sure your family is good. So we want to send congratulations to Killer Mike and his family about the most important news that they received over the weekend: the receiving the reservation, the receiving of a brand new kidney for their son. So congratulations there. Now here come the petty, because at the Grammy ceremony, pardon me, before the actual Grammy ceremony at crypto.com arena in Los Angeles, the Grammys, that is, presented awards for categories that were not going to be aired. Apparently, none of Mike's categories made the air. Do I have that right? So he accepted these awards and was very ecstatic and very jubilant. And then this happened. So, Will, if you could cue up that TMZ tape, because what is alleged to have happened, and Will's going to come on here and give us the play by play, but Will, you can start running it really as B roll, because I feel as like, this is some Zapruder shit. Like, you kind of got to see this shit several times. And to be clear, there's not going to be any audio on this, because, all right, this came from TMZ.com. No audio, because whoever recorded it was in a separate area than where the shit actually happened. So this person seemingly is recording this from a distance and not actually hearing any of the dialogue that is transpiring. But you're going to see Killer Mike in this video, and he's not hard to miss. You know what I'm saying? He's a big bruh. You know what I'm saying? He got his shit on. He's got his white Farnsworth Bentley trying to hold the umbrella for him. We're going to call his assistant Skylar. I don't know his assistant's real name, but we're gonna call him Skylar. And let's call the security person, let's call the person Taylor. And we're going to get into how the whites have just failed in this situation altogether. And there's lots of white blame to go around here. And we could always lead with blaming the whites. But Will, if you don't mind, would you mind popping up your microphone and just giving a play-by-play, guys? Because for reasons that I think you guys understand, my play-by-play is a little unreliable. so I'm gonna let Brother Will tell y'all what is transpiring. He's gonna give the audio description.
All right. So yeah, so we got Mike in the rain again with Skylar. They are walking up, and some guy with the hoodie on, we're gonna call him Jeff, is like in his face. I guess this is where his security is behind him for some reason. I'm like, what's the point of security if I gotta yell at you and you're in my way blocking me? Yeah, so Jeff is blocking. He is pushed aside because Mike is a linebacker. So yeah, he made it his way in. And this is aftermath.
Yes.
This is him getting arrested.
Now you can run
So
you can run audio on that as he's getting oh, well, there's two parts. Okay,
yeah, it
I
was the
now
same
I
part.
understand what you're
Yeah.
saying. Got it, got it.
Yeah, so it was like a after thing.
I got it. So the after thing shows him
Mhm.
he's still outside and he's cuffed.
Yeah, it looks like now that I'm watching it again, it might be him trying to leave, maybe. Because this is the
Oh,
rain. You see what I'm saying? Like it was raining, and then when you cut to the second part, they still outside. It's still in the rain, but he's in handcuffs.
yo. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Will. So let me
All right.
fill in the details that I'm aware. Appreciate that, Will. You did a great job, as always. All right. So this is what's been reported. Okay. Mike has been charged with misdemeanor battery in connection with this incident outside of crypto.com arena. Now, what is alleged to have happened is that after winning the 3 Grammys, Killer Mike went outside. The reason he went outside, I don't know. I don't care. He could go the fuck outside if he wanted to. This nigga just won a Grammy. So he goes outside and realizes that it's pouring down rain and tries to seemingly go back through maybe either the door that he came out of or through another door where he had stopped by security and allegedly asked for a ticket or some sort of identification, which huh? I'm sorry. Yes, I understand. All black people look alike. I understand it. My name is Killer Mike, though. Like I literally just won the Grammys. Like let me take out my phone. Let me show you. Um, and so when Mike gets to this security guard, which in some media outlets has been identified as female, um, he is alleged to have pushed her to the ground. Okay. Now, after allegedly pushing this security person to the ground, the security person demands to make a citizen's arrest. Okay. And the other security people reportedly surrounded Killer Mike. So I'm not sure if he was trying to leave or what. Um, but we'll go ahead and pop up the next video and we can hear the sound on that. So as you see in this clip that we're watching, you see Killer Mike, the interaction with security, and then you see him in cuffs outside. And then this is a clip that has been making the rounds on Twitter. Let's take a look with the sound. So yeah, so security or LAPD had Mike in cuffs outside and then walked him back through the venue. I can only imagine to humiliate him in front of his peers, right? To make an example out of him, right? Killer Mike positions himself and is um usually mischaracterized as a revolutionary rapper, as a radical rapper. And I'm not sure if is there such thing as a revolutionary Democrat? It's is there such a thing? I'm not aware of such thing, but we're going to come back to that. So ultimately, Killer Mike was booked on misdemeanor battery charges, misdemeanor charges. So why is this man in handcuffs for a misdemeanor? Okay. And he was released on his own recognizance. There has not been any hearings or anything scheduled, but it is likely that Mike is going to have to face somebody for something behind this, right? Even though this is largely being regarded as a nothing burger, right? Like he's not going to do no time for this. He ain't going to jail. He didn't even have a bond or bail, right? Okay, makes perfect sense. And to be clear, I don't like to see any black person getting hemmed up by security. I especially don't like to see black people who are entitled to be in a space and allowed to take up space being denied that because of a racial power trip. And that's exactly what happened there at crypto.com arena at the fucking Grammys. The white security guard didn't give a fuck if it was Killer Mike, to be honest, right? I don't know if the person didn't recognize him or did recognize him. It doesn't matter if they did or if they didn't, because at the end of the day, they didn't give a fuck about this big black motherfucker trying to come back through the door where he wasn't supposed to come. I know this nigga's in a tux, but how do I know he's supposed to be here? But y'all, Killer Mike has positioned himself as a radical revolutionary who has admiration for police, right? He has told us time and time again that what his daddy is police, his uncle and them is police. He has a lot of respect for the tough job that the cops do. So I imagine he had that same respect for LAPD, right? It seemed to be very respectful, right? Police are just doing their job, hemming up your black ass for what? Being black, huh? Um, and here's my issue with all of this, okay? There's a piece of me that is experiencing a little bit of Schadenfreude. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Again, I still stand by my statement. No, I do not like to see black people under any circumstances get hemmed up by the fucking cops, unless it is an effort to save lives, right? A legitimate effort, not the fucking bullshit police shit that they say, right? But dog, a pro cop bougie in handcuffs. When I tell y'all I fucking cackled, when I tell y'all that I cackled, that I laughed aloud. Oh, what happened? Killer Mike got hemmed up by the cops. Is he okay? He's alive? Is he hurt? No, he's all right. Okay. Okay. Now we can get down to the nitty gritty. Okay. Now listen, this ain't just hold on. I'm trying to figure out where to start first because y'all know I find a lot of I do again Schadenfreude, right? So where shall we begin? Where shall we begin? Shall we begin in the fictitious dialogue that I have already created that happened when Mike and his assistant encountered the security? Let's go there first. Hold on. So Killer Mike leaves the arena with his assistant, Skylar. Fucking Skylar holding the goddamn umbrella in the monsoon. Nigga, what is you doing, Skylar? So Killer Mike decides, oh shit, it's raining. Let's go back inside. My bad. I ain't even know it was raining out here, dog. Let's go back in there. Go back inside. Excuse me, sir. You can't come through here. Oh no, honey, it's good. We just came through here. I'm Killer Mike. Who? I'm sorry. Where's your ticket? This is where Skylar was supposed to intervene and white boy the whole situation up. White man the whole situation up. Skylar sitting there holding the fucking umbrella looking dumb. Skylar, we need you to get out here and white up the fucking situation. Your whiteness matching this security guard's whiteness. Them shits cancel each other out, Skylar. You got as much room and space to bark on the security on behalf of your black employer as the security has to question y'all, right? Skylar didn't put his body in between Mike and the people. I didn't see Skylar raising no whole bunch of ruckus. I didn't see Skylar put out a cell phone and try to get Jay-Z on the horn. Yo, Jay, they got Mike out here. I didn't see Skylar do shit except watch Mike get him the fuck up. Okay? Fail one for the whites. Okay? Bad white ally. In fact, Skylar need to lose his fucking job. What is the point of having a white assistant if this motherfucker is not going to lay out their whiteness when need be for their black employer? Like, make it make sense. I say this to our white friends. You know I love y'all. Y'all cannot. You can't come kick it if if you're not gonna go talk to the police on my behalf, okay? Because the police not gonna listen to me by default, okay? And look at me, I'm short, light skinned, and cute. Fucking Killer Mike is a giant black man, right? You know they won't go hear shit to what he had to say. And that's when Skylar should have jumped in there and be like, no, this is Killer fucking Mike. You let him in there. That like Skylar should have whited the whole situation. Skylar not even here out here whiting right, Killer Mike. What the fuck? And then the other white failed in this situation clearly is the security guard. Okay. Now, Killer Mike has since released a statement calling the actions of the security guard overzealous. He didn't have anything negative to say about LAPD. Go fucking figure, right? Hold on. Did I finish the dialogue? Okay, yeah, that's what Skylar was the fuck supposed to. Let me tell you what actually happened. Hold on. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm a good storyteller, so y'all can follow me. So, Killer Mike It's just like, nigga, don't you know who I am? And Jeff, the skirt. See, Will done switched up the names of the characters and shit like a typical screenwriter. Nigga, I called this nigga Taylor, and you'd have changed his name to Jeff. Fuck it. Security chick, man. I don't know the gender of the security person now because I've read reports that they were female, but they look, but perhaps a male body in the video. I don't know. But regardless. So, so Jeff, the security person, was like, sir. You pushed me. I'm going to make a citizen's arrest. And this is where the failure of Killer Mike comes in. Because for his white assistant has failed him. The white security person clearly failed, but we didn't expect much. But I need y'all to put on your real person perspective here. Put on your real nigga shoes here for a second. If any fucking person, black, white, Asian, Latino, Arab, Farsi, Persian, African. I wish a regular ass motherfucker would tell me they are putting me under citizen's arrest. A citizen's arrest. Because let me tell you what a real nigga would have did. Okay? Citizen's arrest. I'm out. Bye. I'm gone. I'm gonna place you under citizen's arrest and the police are on the way. Cool, I'm gone. I'm out. You gonna stop me? What, you gonna jump on me? What, you gonna tackle fucking me? Then it's a real problem. I can't see a real regular person hanging around to talk to LAPD. But Mike reminds us that he's not a real regular person. He's a member of the black bourgeoisie. And because his family is police, Killer Mike made the mistake that we on this platform have identified black people, not even entirely their fault, but making the same mistake. You think you're going to come and explain yourself to the police, right? You think because you're an articulate, educated, moneyed, celebrity status, now award-winning black man, you think the police is going to give your words some credence. Killer Mike did not leave that citizen's arrest. I don't know if he didn't because he didn't want to or he wasn't able to. That I'm not clear. But if it was because he didn't want to, if he chose to remain there and engage with that person who was trying to make a citizen's arrest on him, and Killer Mike was probably like, fine, yeah, call the police. I'm going to tell them my side of the story, right? And what happened, everybody? When LAPD arrived and Killer Mike told them his side of the story, they said, I'm sure Killer Mike loaded it up with, hey, officer, this is just a misunderstanding. I appreciate the hard work that the police do out here. My daddy's the police, my uncle's the police. And, in Atlanta, I'm sure telling Atlanta police or Georgia police, telling them, as Killer Mike is, Killer Mike telling Georgia police that his daddy is the police also, that probably means something in Georgia. That shit didn't mean shit in fucking LA, okay? So Killer Mike told the police, hey, I think y'all do a good job out here. My daddy's the police. And the police said, yeah, that's cool, man. Can you put your hands behind your back? Can you put your hands behind your back, nigga, because you're going to jail, okay? And this next clip I'm gonna show y'all is not from the Grammys. It is actually a clip from whence our good brother and comrade, riot starter, Kalonji Changa had Killer Mike on RSTV, the interview that all the remixers and BPMers talked about for a long time. But it was illuminating because Kalonji very clearly got Killer Mike's position on the Cop City efforts. And I just want us to revisit this because this is the reason why I have an empathy gap for this particular black person getting hemmed up by the police and getting embarrassed in the ways that he did. Because ultimately, Killer Mike supports the police. He supports the actions of the police. And if you support any of the actions of the police, if you think the police do a good fucking job, well then, nigga, they did a great job hemming your ass up, didn't they? They gave you double cuss because your ass was big and they didn't want your big ass to be uncomfortable, right? Look at the police doing a wonderful job. So let us revisit this interview from Black Power Media Riot started TV. Kalonji Changa asked Killer Mike very directly about where does he stand on the build Cop City efforts that are happening in Atlanta right now. Let's take a listen.
But I want to ask you, we definitely got to deal with this whole Cop City thing, because Cop City
I was going to say, people have said I've been silent on it. Well, I just didn't want to talk to y'all. Kalonji is someone I know and trust, and he's someone I'll speak. So I'll give my probably first and final statement. They didn't put $100 million into this, and part of war is knowing what you have the war chest for and what you do not. My first job is to take care of my children, my wife, because I've given my responsibility to God to them by saying, hey, I want this woman, I want these children, I want this, and my grandfather say my job is to take care of y'all, and I have to take care of them, and in taking care of them, what I've understand is I can't chase every fight. I can't chase every fight. When I see a $100 million project coming down and then get passed, I know that there's not much I can do as the one radical rapper, right?
Speaks volumes, does it not? I mean, I want y'all to imagine Port-au-Prince, Haiti, 1803. They've been waging the French Revolution for 8-9 years, right? Long fight. Haitians versus the French. It's Toussaint Louverture and Jean-Jacques Dessalines. And here come fucking Killer Mike ass. Michel. Here come Michel, right? Michel like, Jean-Jacques, Toussaint, we cannot keep fighting the French. Their war chest is too big. It's too big. How quick do you think Michel's throat would have got slit and they threw that nigga right in the ocean? If you don't get the fuck away from us with that defeatist fucking shit, tell me, when have colonized black people in this hemisphere, when the fuck have we had the war chest to fight any fucking thing? Araminta, the dear Maryland sister, Harriet Tubman. I can only imagine a fucking nigga like Killer Mike on the goddamn plantation. These niggas is trying to roll out, go to freedom. Well, the militia, they got too many guns. They got too many people on horses. Y'all not gonna get far. We can't fight. We don't have a war chest. I fucking. This is your radical? Is this your revolutionary? Don't fight the plantation system, everybody. Don't fight slavery. Don't fight colonialism, because the colonizers and the enslavers got too much money. Dude, just give up. Throw your hands up. Fuck it. It's done. Is this your revolutionary? Is this your radical? Please make fucking sense. And you know what? There's another clip. Will, if you could, please get that other clip queued up, because that's why I fuck with Kalonji. Because Kalonji, I always had empathy for Kalonji for this interview, to be honest, because it's hard to interview your friends. It is. It's hard to interview people that you fuck with, especially when these niggas got bad takes. And Kalonji knew this nigga had a terrible take. He knew this nigga had a terrible take. But Kalonji knew that we as an audience needed him to get him on the record. And I'm not even saying Kalonji was trying to get him on some old gotcha shit. Not even close. Again, he didn't have to be on no gotcha shit. This nigga just admitted openly and freely that $100 million is the threshold, everybody. If the fucking colonizers, if the whites, if the elites are spending more than $100 million, then you niggas just need to pack it the fuck up. It's over. Give up the fight. Hang it up. Because we ain't got the war chest. Nigga, we will never have the fucking war chest. Our ancestors didn't have the war chest. And guess what? They still wreck shop on these fucking colonizers any goddamn way. Just like the forest defenders are. Just like the Stop Cop City activists are right fucking now. And let's get back to that clip. Because, again, big up Kalonji. Kalonji hit this nigga with the follow-up. Let's run it.
That is backed by corporations. We know that. Nobody can deny that. It is $100 million. And we know that these corporations are ruthless, because we know that they're going to do whatever it takes, from, the murder of Tortugula, who was murdered out in the on the land where Cop City sits. Also, we know that they've came up with all types of terrorist charges on the 61 different individuals.
That scared me. That scared me a lot. That scares me a lot, to be honest with you. To see organizers, press as charges of RICO is very frightening.
So with you, I'm gonna just straight up ask the question: are you for or against Cop City? Yeah. No. And what do you feel should be done? Should folks just accept this as an L?
I think I answered that part. I answered what should be done. Right. What should be done is I think this juggernaut is here. I think it ain't a what should be done is or what I think is gonna happen. What I think is gonna happen is it's here. What I think is inconsequential at this point because I think it's here. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's stoppable. So I think it's here. So the question becomes for me, how do I deal with it? It's not a question on if my lights get turned out. Now, my lights turned out. Do I have a lantern? Do I have a candle? What can I do to steal some power from the light pole out front of my apartment? You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
so it's not a litmus test of is Mike for or against. The thing is that nigga is here. So what do I think can happen now that nigga is here? And what do I think about training facilities in that my uncle was a firefighter. And I know for a fact that our firefighters in Atlanta, again, mostly black, they
That's enough, Will. That's enough because for one, to refute that little bullshit anecdote there to throw in about the black firefighters, and the firefighters will also be training at the Cop City facility. Kamau Franklin and the community movement builders have already let us know that the firefighters allotment of the training campus is a small percentage. It pales in comparison to what the police, to what the IDF, to what other police forces will eventually be coming to Atlanta to train. And, again, wasn't no gotcha questions there, man. The man said what he thought, and those thoughts are incredibly pitiful. And if I was somebody in Atlanta who held Killer Mike in some regard, it would bother me to hear that, number one, he had previously never spoken about Cop City until speaking with Kalonji. And when Kalonji correctly raises up to him, hey, there's dozens of activists charged with domestic terrorism. Killer Mike said, yeah, that scares me. Apparently it scared him so much he hadn't said shit about it, right? Has he said anything about it? Like, in addition to that being a very blatant, the arrest of these activists and charging them with domestic terrorism, right? All of us are familiar with that, right? And that's a First Amendment issue, right? Amongst other things. Let me just start with the First Amendment issue, right? Rappers have long regarded their particular art as freedom of speech, right? We have seen the censoring historically. Some of y'all too young. Tyler, your ass is too little to be remembrance. But they didn't used to play rap music on radio stations. Then they would play it only after 6 o'clock. There was a number of lawsuits with, rappers, not clearing samples, and then, 2 Live Crew and NWA and Ice-T. And, there was a lot of targeting of rappers in its budding years, and fucking them up with free speech. You know what I mean? So rappers have normally taken on the mantle of free speech as part of their thing, right? And so that is what a lot of these activists, these Stop Cop City activists were doing, was free speech, First Amendment protected behaviors, right? Also, the fact that he to my knowledge, I don't think that Killer Mike has acknowledged the assassination of Tortuguita. I'm not even sure if he had any commentary for the murder of Deacon Johnnie Holloman by Atlanta police. It doesn't seem like he has a lot to say about police activities and police brutality in his own community, right? Seems to be kind of, they have a tough job to do, I guess, says Killer Mike of the police. But the other thing that kind of struck me there when Kalonji, again, getting back to him asking him about the activists being charged with domestic terrorism. Killer Mike said that scares him. So it scares you. Why? Because it's fascism? Yes, fascism is scary. Yes, I would be more afraid for my wife and family, my spouse and family about the fascism, more so about, I can't fight every fight. This is not every fight. This is an issue happening directly. I can't even say in your backyard, nigga. This is happening in your front fucking yard. This shit is happening on your block. It is an environmental justice issue with the decimation and the clearing of the forest down there. That's going to affect Black people. Okay. These cops are receiving the training, or will be receiving training at Cop City to fuck up Black people, particularly Black Atlanteans, your neighbors, your friends, your cousins. But I guess Killer Mike people, his family members have been police. So, I guess he's used to his family members fucking up the community for a long time. This shit ain't new to him, right? He used to his people fucking up the community long time, right? He said his people was Atlanta police. Uh-huh. I just want us to be very clear, y'all. And we have to tell the others. I heard commentary unwittingly from the Breakfast Club, and I even think Mark Lamont Hill offered something up. Just Charlemagne, very upset. Mark Lamont Hill, very upset. How could they hem up this radical revolutionary, Democrat? How could they pro-cop Democrat? This radical revolutionary pro-cop Democrat. How could they hem? And y'all, all of us are not going to be able to spit the done language like brother Jared, or like Jackie, or like Kamal, or like Ricky, or like our most learned amongst us, right? We all not going to be able to spit it the way that they spit it. But dog, when you hear your people calling Mike a revolutionary, a radical, I need you to ask them the questions. Revolutionary how? Radical where? This nigga's for the cops, right? This nigga's not really against Cop City. This nigga is comfortable so long as his people are comfortable, right? And that is a trademark of the bourgeoisie, dog. Like, they just want them to get to a position of status and class that they can, I guess, elevate themselves out of being subjected to the racist whims of the police. And what happened to Killer Mike in Los Angeles was a textbook classic example. Okay. All you Black capitalists can try to Black capitalize your way out of niggerdom, out of fucking racism. And the whites will just have to remind you that you can't do that. Okay. Not that you don't have the desire or the ability to. It's just that we live in a white supremacist colony, and it doesn't allow for that. Even you, special nigga. Yes, even you, special darky. Like, you cannot out rap your shit out of this. You cannot out sell records out of this. You cannot out buy your houses out of this. You cannot out car collection your shit out of this. When Jeff, the white fucking security guard, decides to pull your card and tell you that you not going, and that Jeff is going to unilaterally make a citizen's arrest, and your dumbass stay there and try to explain yourself to the cops, nigga, let yourself be reminded that the white security guard got more status, more pull, more access, more power than you'll ever have. And I'm sorry. I hate that for all of us. But I don't hate it for the Black capitalists, because when they get the nigga treatment, I love it to let it serve as a reminder. You wasn't famous enough. You wasn't rich enough because you're still Black. You're still Black.